was One North Eden. During launch weekend, they sold 85%. And guess what? They are fully sold within 3 months. And this is during COVID, when everybody is hiding in their house and every country closed their borders. So now the whole world has opened up their borders. What do you think is going to happen to Singapore property market price? Do you think the price will increase or decrease? Okay, you can make a guess, maybe leave a comment to think, let me know if you think the price is going up or going down in this year. Okay, especially so many new launches is coming up. Okay, and next, okay, this is the recently sold out new launches in District 5. Total is 4,451 units. Currently, there are totally no stock at all in the entire District 5. Okay, let me share with you some of the dialogue I had with buyers that I've served before during all these launches. Okay, those buyers that I've served before who believe in my presentation and my researchers, they have already made their purchases. And those who don't believe to me, you know what they say to me, you know? They say, Alfie, the price too high now, how to buy? Okay, when the price drop, can you please let me know and I'll consider about it. At that point, I'm thinking to myself, how can the price fall when the land costs keep increasing, construction costs did not get any cheaper as well? And then in the sales gallery, right, the new homes are being sold at a very, very healthy pace. Okay, when units are selling well, do you think the developer will give discount or increase the price? Okay, so a few of those who have not purchased, actually they regretted their decision. And they're asking me if there are any buyers not going ahead with their purchase so that they can buy the bounce back unit at the developer's launch price. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone is aware that new launch prices will be the cheapest during the weekend sales. After the first weekend launch, right, most of the developer will increase the price. The earlier you buy, the cheaper it is. So this actually tells us the price of property in Singapore will only be getting higher and higher. Okay, I'm sure everyone will agree on this statement, right? Okay, next. Okay, next I'm going to share the up and coming supply in District 5. Okay, currently available for sales is only in Park Clementi's with 7 units of 5 bedrooms. Upcoming launch is former Gloria Mansion, estimate about 59 units. And then, of course, we have Blossom by the Park, 275 units only. And the Hill at One North, estimate 140 units. And lastly, Terra Hills, 270 units. Okay, this is the future supply in District 5. Total is a 4 launch. And they have a total of 744 units only. Do you think that in the entire District 5, this will be enough supply or it will be undersupply? Okay, and now I'm going to talk about the rental demand in this location. Okay, recently the rental market is really, really very, very hot. Okay, I'm sure most of you have seen the report in the news as well, right? Okay, next, I will be discussing on some of the concern from my investors, clients, okay? My investors normally will ask me this question. Where do the majority of tenants come from? And how much can they rent the unit for? Okay, because investors are keen to find out if their investment unit can be rented out at a very, very good price to good tenants as well. Okay. In One North, we have over 50,000 knowledge workers within these 8 precinct comprises of 400 leading companies, which includes 15 research institutes and 5 institutes of higher learning and corporate universities. Okay, so this is actually a very huge number already. And then secondly, we have the major tenant pool, which is from NUS. Okay, this is a summary of undergraduate enrollment. Okay, every year they will have around 30 to 38,000 enrollment students, and the staff total figure will be average about 12,000. Okay, so that means in NUS alone, right, there will be around 45 to 50,000 people that will form possible tenant renting around this area. Okay, and lastly, we have the Singapore Science Park 1 and 2 with over 12,000 people from various sectors. Okay. Okay, in summary, right, the tenant pool made up of all of these professional and students. Most are researchers, engineers, specialists, professors, R&D professionals, and analysis, etc. Okay, with such tenant profiles, it will be easier for investors to rent out their properties at higher rental rates compared to other locations. Okay, I have done some research for the rental in this area. Okay, let's analyze the rental transactions for One North residences and the Rochester residences. Okay, this is One North residences rental transactions. Okay, from my findings, there are tenants that are willing to pay up to 4,300 per month for 1 bedroom. Okay, and 6,500 per month for 2-bedroom unit, and for 3-bedroom up to $7,000 per month. Can you believe it? The rental is so high in this area. Okay, and this rental unit are transacted in last year October and November. Are you surprised that this One North can fetch high rental fees? Okay, now let's look at the Rochester residences rental transaction. When I was doing the research, I was so surprised when I saw the highest transaction price for the rental in Rochester residences. 1-bedroom unit rented up to $5,000. Okay, and it's not one transaction. I think I saw a few transactions, $5,000. Okay, 2-bedroom up to $7,000, and then the 3-bedroom is 9,500, almost 10,000 really. You know. Okay, this shows us that the low supply in this area, together with Singapore rental shortage, right? Especially when we are recovering from this COVID crisis, many people are returning to work in Singapore. So all these factors had caused the price to increase drastically. The rental price had remained high even until today. And tenants that want to stay in this area, right, they have to pay extremely high rental fees. This also shows us that there are many high earners that are working within One North. And okay, next, I'm going to share about the MRT effect on properties. So what exactly is the MRT effect? No doubt, convenience is one of the biggest perks living near an MRT station. But even bigger one, especially if you are a property investor or investor, is the promise of higher property values and possibly future profits through a successful sales. Okay. So next, I'm going to share with everyone how Blossoms by the Park will benefit from its close proximity to Buona Vista Station interchange. Okay, good news. We are within 500 meters to the MRT. In fact, my guess, the distance from Blossom by the Park to Buona Vista MRT is only around 200 to 300 meters away only. Okay, this is considered a very, very short walking distance. And I did another case study for condos within 500 meters versus condo from 501 meter and under 1 kilometer within One North vicinity. For those who drive, I'm not sure if you are aware that Buona Vista MRT and is the East-West and Circle Line interchange. Okay, that will serve commuters to many destinations within very short timing. To the Orchard MRT is only 6 stations away. And to get to the CBD, Tanjong Pagar or Raffles Place is only 6 and 7 stations away. And then our Singapore second CBD will be Jurong East, which is only 3 stations away. So on average, right, one station is only about 2 minutes away. So it's very convenient, right? And another good news is that the Circle Line would complete in 2026. Okay, this means that the future owner of the Blossom by the Park would be able to enjoy the completion of the Circle Line. Okay, this will cut short the timing to get to Marina Bay with the direct service. So if you want to go to MBS, right, you can just take the train direct service to reach there. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, this is a very good example of a condominium that is within 500 meters and 500 meters to 1 kilometers radius within the vicinity of One North. Okay, condominium within 500 meters to Dover MRT station are the Rochester residences, One North residences, and of course Blossom by the Park. For Dover Parkview and Heritage View, they belong to 501 meters to 1 kilometer radius to the MRT station. Okay, let's do a comparison in the rental transaction volume. Okay. Okay, this is the research I did using the IERA analytics to track the history of past 3 years rental transaction for these two condominium. For Dover Park View, they have a total of 637 rental transactions within 3 years. And Heritage View, they have a total of 440 rental transactions. For the last 3 years, both condominium have a combined rental of 1,077 transactions in total. So both development have a total of 1,304 units combined. Okay, let's look at my next research for the rental transaction for condo located within 500 meters from the Dover MRT station. Okay, so for this one-off residences, the total rental transaction within 3 years is 598 transactions, and the Rochester residences is 541 transactions. For the last 3 years, both condominium have a combined figure of 1,139 rental transactions. Total units in both condominium is 711 units. So let's go to the findings of my research. Okay, my research shows that there are more rental transactions for property that are within 500 meters to the MRT as compared to properties that are over 500 meters from the MRT station. Okay, although my research properties that are nearer to the MRT, right, consist of fewer units as compared to the properties that are further away from the MRT, yet they are having more rental transactions. Okay, this 3-year rental transactions history proves that the property within 500 meters from the MRT station attracts more tenants. So do you all agree with my findings? Okay, now let me share the upside potential for capital gain. I'm sure every buyer will be interested in this topic because who will want to buy any property that will not have any capital gain, right? Okay, when I'm serving savvy investors, right, they usually would like me to provide them with more data analysis to determine if the estate are worth to invest in. Okay, allow me to show you what research I would normally do for my clients. So for Blossom by the Park, right, we are located in District 5, Queenstown Estate, or we call it the RCR. Okay, RCR means the rest of the central region. Okay, so RCR consists of many districts. In this map, right, the area in red is the RCR. The orange area are the CCR, we call it the core central region. And the other parts of Singapore are OCR, that means outside central region. Okay, I'm not sure if you all are aware that now for the outside central region, OCR price, average is already like 2001 PSF. Okay, so for investors and homeowners, I'm sure you all would like to know that the property that you purchase, right, the location or the estate have a very good track record for capital gain. Okay, let's look at the growth analysis for the entire RCR. Okay, so this research is I extracted it from the IERA Analytics app, which are only accessible by ERA agent. So if you want to get data like this, right, you have to engage an ERA agent to churn out the analysis for you. Okay, so I've churned out the data for the entire RCR. The average PSF for the last 15 years from year 2005 to 2020. Okay, so this is the 15 years transaction difference. So the total growth is 204%. So from 2010 to 2020, which is 10 years data, okay, it shows almost 60% in growth for the property prices. And lastly, from 2015 to 2020, which is a 5 years growth with 16%. Okay, so this is for the entire RCR. That means all the rest of the district that just now I've pointed in the red color section in the map. Okay, so now let's look at the okay, now let's look at the District 5 compared to the entire RCR. Okay, so for investors or homeowners, right, who have purchased in 2005 and sold their District 5 property after 15 years, right, they will have enjoyed a growth of almost 300%, you know, 300% is a lot, you know. So this is based on the average price in 2005 and 2020. So for those who bought later, that means like they buy in 2010 and then they sell the property in 2020, okay, which means they hold the property for 10 years and they enjoy a 87% growth in their property prices. Okay, and lastly, for those who buy and sell after 5 years from 2015 to 2020, they would have enjoyed a 25% growth, okay, which equates to 5% growth every year. Okay, now let's go to look at my analytic conclusion. Okay, we compare my research side by side for easier reference. Okay, if we compare the 15 years growth, the difference is 95%. Okay, over here, 95%. Okay, 95% more for the District 5 compared to the rest of the RCR data. For 10 years, the difference is 27% more compared to the average RCR sales transaction. Okay, this shows that the earlier you buy, the more you will earn. So for those who buy and sell within 5 years, from 2015 to 2020, they would have enjoyed a property appreciation of 25% growth, which is 9% higher than the average RCR sales transactions. So do you agree that District 5 is a very good investment when it comes to capital appreciation and for rental returns? I hope that my research are very useful to everyone, and this can help you make the correct decision in your next property purchase. I've come to the end of my presentation. I hope that my research are helpful to you. Okay, so if you are interested to find out more information in regards to Blossom by the Park, feel free to engage any ERA agents, as we are officially appointed by the developer as a sales agent for this development. As of now, we are still in the early phase towards the launch, which are somewhere in late February or early March. So I hope to see you guys in the sales gallery. Thank you for attending our seminar. Have a nice day and goodbye, everyone.